Hello everybody, I am the Linkzilla, and welcome back to God of War. When we last left off, Atreus has basically been acting like even more of a little shit. I mean, seriously, like, kid... I don't know what I'm angry about. The fact that the kid is getting out of control, or the fact that Kratos doesn't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. Anyway, the kid... We killed a Valkyrie in the last episode, but now the kid... Mythic Warbelt of Clarity. Now I have some clarity, show you what I mean. I don't know what happened to that band, I hope they are alright. Let's see. It's got an enchantment socket, but only the one, and it can only be upgraded twice. I really feel like I might be getting... I might be later in the game than I thought that I was. Anyway. Ooh, hardened steel. Yeah. Yeah. Please be the final cup. Nope, just hack silver. Hack silver. The problem with the kid is that he's no longer obeying my commands during combat. He's attacking and killing the enemies by himself, which is actually kind of cool. I kind of like that, but the problem is that now he's starting fights without waiting for my signal. Effectively speaking, I don't think that the kid thinks he's invincible. He might think he's invincible because he's a god, but I think that he's just lashing out because he's angry. He's angry at Kratos for not telling him the truth about his about his lineage, about his nature. He's angry that Kratos still doesn't tell him stuff. He's definitely angry at Modi for what he said about Modi said about his mom. I feel like Kratos can relate on some level. And, well, but the hardest part is, I think that the kid is also angry at his mom. He's angry at his mom, not just for not telling him, but he's angry at his mom for dying. Believe me, I know. That's one of the things that they don't necessarily prepare you for when you deal with shit like that. The fact that you get angry about it, and you actually start blaming them for no longer being around. There's a legendary chest, but we have already opened it. Plus, he's also kind of mad at his mom because deep down, Atreus wishes that it was Kratos and not her. Because now, Atreus feels like maybe he's stuck with Kratos. But who knows? Yay, more hardened steel. Too bad this boy needs a serious attitude adjustment if he wants that bow upgrade. But I don't know if I want the bow upgrade, because even though his bow is going to be the most powerful and it's going to instantly replenish whenever he lets loose the dogs, I really like the design of this bow. I like the fact that it has a gradient. I mean, why couldn't this be the final level of the bow? Everything that follows is going to be a step down. I really wonder what those are for. Was I supposed to use them on the Frost Ancient? Anyways. Maybe that's why Atreus is doing it, because he's thinking that now that he's a god, now that he knows he's a god, that's probably why Kratos hates him, because Kratos hates all gods. So he's thinking that maybe if he keeps pushing Kratos, Kratos will eventually push him away. Maybe he wants to be away from Kratos. Maybe now that he thinks that he's a god, he thinks he can survive on his own. Well, I've got all the ravens. Another scroll.
Whatever.
Man. When did you get such brass cojones, kid? Was it when you found out that you were a god? Asgard sealed. It is done. Asgard's defenses are impenetrable. All means of access have been cut off, save those in Odin's power. The plague of the dead will not touch us, nor shall we fear any Vanir aggression. Word of this must reach noble Thor, for the time approaches for his part in the All-Father's plan. The Raven Keeper. So he's the one who's been sending the birds. The birds might be how Odin is spying on us, but this is the guy who takes care of them. He's the pigeon man. I'm not the rat, I'm the pigeon! Yes, the final cup! Bottoms up. You got nothing to say, boy? Well, that was the final artifact that we can find in Midgard. Those are the ones that are from Helheim. Bottoms up. That one looks clearly of lower quality than the others. Almost like it was drawn in haste and disinterest. Huh. You're losing him, Kratos. You're losing the boy. Trust me, you don't want to lose the boy. You've already lost one. Unfortunately, Kratos sort of lives in the time and world where the concept of, I brought you into this world, I can always make another one just like you, is pretty much in effect. I made you, and I can break you too. Science fiction. Legendary chest armor. Oh, I definitely hate that color, but I kind of like the design. Unfortunately, this is just too good. That cooldown boost, though. Hardened steel. And a dwarf. I can't tell from this distance, but I'm pretty sure it's Sindri. We are going a different way after all. I mean, kid, I don't know if you're a god or not. I mean, as far as looks go, you look suspiciously a lot like the mailman. I mean, Kratos is basically supposed to be olive-skinned under all this ash. And you basically don't have that at all. Of course, I've never really seen Kratos with a full-grown head of hair. And it always seemed like, even in the flashbacks, Kratos was always scowling at a young age. Hi, Sindri. How you doing?
The adult thing would be to help you, so... Hi.
Boy. Apologize to him. Apologize.
Oh, I'm glad I'm still useful to you.
I'm not going to upgrade the bow until he apologizes to Sindri. And I'm not going to basically let... I'm not going to have Brock do it either. It's going to be Sindri or nothing. Should I sell these to him? I need Crest of Surters. And unfortunately, I know the only place I'm going to find them. I'll have to go back and do more impossible trials. I'm feeling weak. Perfect Asgardian Steel is how I upgrade this stuff. Wait, I only have the one? I thought that I picked up at least two. Maybe I'm thinking of Hardened Steel. Niflheim alloy. We need to get to Niflheim. Asgardian Steel, I definitely got plenty of that. You wouldn't happen to be able to sell... Wait. I can't... Oh yeah, I can. I have a Raging Inferno of Muspelheim, but I don't want to have to buy it. I want to find it. 100 World Serpent Scale Fragments. Huh. Unbelievable. I can now buy soft and solid Svartalfheim steel. Svartalfheim. Svartalfheim. I guess that means eventually I'm going to be able to buy hardened steel. Of course, now I can't really remember what I'm wanted to upgrade it with. Apart from the bow, of course.
Wow, he deigns to let me help him. Swell.
You are gonna make this right, kid. If you don't, I'm gonna stick you in this ugly yellow, and actually, no, that's starting to look gold. It actually looks great on him. You don't make this right, kid. I'll stick you in something ugly like this. I'll knock you all the way back down to level 1. Don't think I won't.
What shall it be?
Oh, these are crafting. Grips of the Forgotten Flame. I mean, I know that Kratos isn't exactly the most open of men, but I've known that Kratos, when he's properly motivated, he does make things right. And he should make this right. I'm sorry I can't do more for you, Sindri. Kid didn't even flinch. Realm Tear. The summit. Well, after all this time, we're back. Is that the final codex? Please be the final codex. Alright, there's a full-powered healing stone back here in case I get into trouble. You're with me on this one, right, boy? I knew I made the right decision. They know. They just don't care. Get out of there already and fight like a man! Nightmare's Wake. That was messy, and I didn't like it. What the? It turned into a Rage Stone? Since when? Have I ever mentioned how hard it is being me? There are only 2 realm tears left. Flawless element of the realm. I hope that it's what we've been looking for, boy. Yes! We can go to Niflheim. Trilingual. Honestly, I'd hope that when we found this, you would be a bit more enthusiastic. Look at him. He's cold. He's trying to ignore it. He's trying to look tough. He's trying to look like the cold doesn't bother him. But all he wants to do right now is just throw his hands up over his arms and just rub them to keep them warm. Gotta do the slow, dramatic walk, Morty. Aye, who the hell is Morty? Shut up, head. You ready? Dad of boy, I haven't forgotten you. Oh, that's convenient. Crack open those pots with a full power healing stone, and what do I find inside? A small healing stone. Aren't these things supposed to be more potent ever since I got you that new armor?
Come on, you two. The silence is getting unnerving.
Don't worry about it. We're focusing.
We're back. Atreus. Don't go getting too far ahead. We don't know what we'll run into. Baldur is still out there. Even though it's what I've been waiting for a very long time, it is still weird to hear Kratos say the names of the gods of the other realms, of other mythologies. And so far, Baldur is the only one he's actually done so far. He hasn't mentioned Magni or Modi. He hasn't talked about Thor or Odin. That's where we fought the dragon. And where we met Sindri. Well, more accurately, that's where the dragon's corpse landed. Come on, you two. The silence is unnerving. Because Mimir is basically caught in the middle of this family drama. He's basically just a third on this little family road trip, and this family drama that's happening, it's awkward for him. It's like, come on, guys. You can get past this. I have a feeling that Mimir is the one who rolls up and knocks on Atreus' door. Hey, laddie, do you want to build a snowman? And maybe he tries that with Kratos. Do you want to build a snowman? Piss off, head! Okay, boy. Or maybe with Kratos, he goes with, do you want to kill some Aesir? Piss off, head! Okay, boy. Piss off, head. The last time we were here, Baldur, Magni, and Modi were looking for us. And Mimir's corpse is still up there as a part of that tree. I mean, we can't just basically walk up in there and suddenly go to Jotunheim, can we? It's not going to be that easy. So, something's going to happen to impede our progress. And as far as I'm concerned, we've got a second trip to Helheim that we need to take. Because I want to see if all that stuff about Zeus was real or not.
Nearly there now.
Finally.
Hey, you were the one who said you wanted to explore. You're not rotting, and you're not even starting to stink either.
Well, that's a sight no man should have.
Boy, the rune.
Kratos, did you seriously cut him off? That's a sight no man should ever have to see. Thanks for that.
Carve along that.
Is that the rune? I mean, this isn't how chisels work. That technically is.
Wow. Jotunheim. We made it.
A bridge? Can't be that easy.
Beautiful, isn't it? Why, I remember once. Brother, look out!
Baldur! Yeah, I knew it.
Miss me.
That mountain was giving us the finger. Oh! Kratos! Bald.
Run, boy! Cross the bridge!
No! I'm a god too! I can do this! Get off him!
Really?
Did he stab Kratos in the dick?
Baldur, let him go. Take me instead. I'll do whatever you... Shut up.
All this time I thought I needed you. But you're just meat. Turns out the boy is the brains.
No, Kratos. Oh no. Get up. You've got to fight to win.
No! You broke the gate! That was our only way
It
to
stops
Jotunheim!
him from getting there too.
Stupid son of a bitch.
Get out of here, boy.
Yes, by all means, Junior, run away. Let Daddy do all the heavy lifting for you.
Let go!
Calm down, boy. You are not ready for this.
I am ready!
Kratos! Atreus!
And here I thought my family was fucked up.
I mean, I really hate to say it, but this is what happens when you don't hit your kids.
Oh, your father is right, boy. You are far from ready. Now, would you be so kind as to hold this?
Atreus!
Thank you.
Give me back my son!
Atreus!
And Kratos cast himself from the highest peak in all the realms. Is that a dragon? Is it Baldur, or is he just riding the thing? Riding.
Don't you know?
You have no idea who you're talking to! Impale him on the spike!
Stay away from my son!
You won't stop me!
Hang on, boy. Daddy's coming.
I will break you!
Greater men than you have tried.
Won't you die?
I am very, very stubborn! Believe me, it's not for a lack of trying either. Same reason why you can't feel pain. Hang on, boy. Baldur is a nimble son of a bitch. Hey! Who's driving this flying umbrella? You again? Come on, Kratos! Atreus! You managed to bring the dragon down. Snake! Help! Am I gonna go through the temple? I'm on a rail. I'm not controlling.
Who's activated the bridge? Hey, I asked you a question! It's locked in! And when the bridge opens, the full weight of Asgard will come crashing down on you. It's over.
It's only begun! You're gonna have to destroy it.
So be it.
Baldur!
No! Listen to me!
Let me out!
Let go of him now or I will kill him. You know I will. What did you do?
We're going to hell. Yep, it's Helheim. It's got a mean left hook. That's fine, give it. Hang on, oh! Atreus!
Boy,
Where?
Here.
stay still.
Oh. Are you alright?
You will listen to me and not speak a word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself. You are too quick to temper. You are rash, insubordinate, and out
Like
of
someone
control.
you knew?
This will not stand. You will honor your mother and abandon this path you have chosen. It is not too late. This discussion is far from over. We are here because of you, boy. Never forget that.
I mean, while I'm glad that Kratos finally gave him a stern chewing out, honestly, I would have made sure that the kid was alright first. I mean, Kratos, he went through what I was assuming was a brick wall, but now I'm thinking was just, well, a solid piece of ice. And in a lot of ways, that could have been a whole lot worse than it was. And when I pulled that rock off of him, I thought that his body was broken and mutilated. I would have made sure that he was alright first. Make sure that he's alright, then chew his ass out. It's like rule number 1 of being a parent. Make sure that your kids are alright before you bring the hammer down.
Wow, it's cold. This is hell?
Not just hell. Worst place in hell you could have put us.
The worst place in hell.
I see a ship.
Get us there. It only takes us halfway to Tyr's temple, but at least it gets us far from here. For 1,000 mortal lifetimes, the Bridgekeeper kept the living out of this place. But now that you've ripped his heart out, here we are. Funny how it all comes around.
Oh no. We're on the other side of the bridge. We're across the Lake of the Damned. Well, I'm glad that our path has brought us back here because we really needed to come. There are things that I need the boy to finish here.
Pay for what he said about Mother.
Wait.
Boy.
That wasn't me.
Mimir said that Helheim has a way of messing with people, bringing up their regrets. If we just heard Atreus say that, then he regrets what he did to Modi. Well, this is just great. I mean, I really think that on some level, Atreus isn't just acting out because he's angry at everything. Nor do I think that the ego of being the news of being a god is going to his head. I legitimately think that he's doing what he's doing because he thinks it'll make Kratos proud. It's almost like he knows who Kratos was before, but he shouldn't. Kratos has spent the kid's entire life protecting him from that guy, keeping him a secret. Can you make that? Boy. Helheim Wind. I really hope that when all this does come to a head, it results in a major emotional, I'm not going to say breakdown, but just a major emotional laydown. Because, well, let me put it like this. You guys remember Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? How there was a subplot where Rocket ended up with Yondu Uganta, the blue guy, played by Merle? Well, basically speaking, right before they end up going to Planet Ego and helping out Quill and the others get off the planet, basically Yondu breaks down why Rocket is the way he is and why he does the way he does what he does.
It was me. But we're gods. We can do whatever we want.
Turn away, boy.
That's what I said to your mother, right before I gave it to her.
It wasn't me.
That wasn't...
I couldn't have done that.
Do not dwell on those thoughts. Not here.
Yeah.
We must keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask this. Is the game basically working up that Atreus just has regret over doing that? Or is it going to be playing something bigger? Like, because I gotta admit, the past few episodes, the kid has acted like a completely different person. Is there somebody else rattling around it up there? Like, is there Atreus, and is there a god? The god inside the boy? Deus Ex Nino, as it were. Because if there is, then that would be an interesting plot point. But anyway, back to Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically, Rocket is saying, you don't know me, and basically Yondu is saying, yes, he does know him, because it starts listing off why Rocket is the way he is, why he does what he does, and it all basically comes to a head.
Head, what was that?
Not just the old and sick come to Helheim, so do the criminals. Hell must not draw a distinction between us and those whom these visions are meant to torture.
How do we stop it?
Escape Hell, as soon as possible.
I'm not gonna let it bother me. Like you said, Mimir, it was just an illusion. That wasn't me.
No. But it is who you have become of late.
Look, I know I got us into this, but I'll get us out. Whoever I am.
I will get us out. You will follow orders.
But maybe that's not who I am.
It had better be. Now let me focus.
Kratos, one of the biggest parts of learning is owning up to your mistakes. The kid basically knows he messed up by getting us here, and he wants to basically...
I don't mean to hurry you, but faster?
Let me think.
What does this do? We've only got one Hellwind. The kid says he wants to... Ah, that's how it's done.
I can't feel my fingers.
Maybe both wind traps need to be filled?
Sorry about that. A traveler? Alright. Whenever he does the fatality on them, they kind of look like Lurch from the Addams Family. Hell Traveler. I didn't think Travelers could get much worse, but it looks like death wasn't enough to keep this one down. In fact, it's more aggressive than the other Travelers we've seen. Guess even Travelers can become Hellwalkers. Well, I mean, we have read that before. Chaos Flame! Yes! I have a feeling that we might be approaching the end game, so... Don't like the fact that I'm leaving loot over there. How do I get to it? Head. What is the source of that light? Nothing? Anyway, the point of my long rant is that I really think that Kratos needs to tell it to Atreus. Basically tell him why he was acting like that, and why he knows why he was acting like that. You took too long to come back to life, and that's where it gotcha. Because it all comes to a head when Yondu tells Rocket, I know exactly who you are, boy, because you're me. And that's what Kratos needs to say to Atreus. I know exactly who you are, boy, because you're me. It's honestly something that somebody needed to say to my brother a while ago. I can't climb from this side, though, so... Maybe I can push it all the way off the edge? No. Maybe I can jump from that ledge? Yes. I didn't mean to do that, but... What else is new? Solid steel, crest of balance, and... I still can't do that explosion thing.
Wait, I think I see Baldur up ahead.
Do you? Or do you see an illusion? Well, that's him alright. But, is it the real Baldur? He's talking to somebody. Total and utter quiet. You understand me?
I would never
Stay out of sight.
this.
Listen.
You had no right.
I had every right. I am your mother.
Freya.
I had no right, Rich. I can't taste. I can't smell. I can't even feel the temperature of this room. Feasting, drinking, women. It's all gone.
Never
Gone.
feel pain again. Death has no power over you now. You would rather die?
Never feel again? Yes. Yes. I would rather die.
I was right.
Take it away, Mom.
I can't.
Please. Please, please take it away.
It doesn't work like that. Son, trust me. In time, you will thank me. You will thank me.
Come on. No. Yes. I won't. Come on. Ruined my life.
Honey, we can figure this out. I promise. Trust me. I know how to.
You can't fix it.
Did he stab her?
Do it! Do it! Come on! Cow.
He didn't finish her off, though.
I never want to see you again. Never. What you did to me. What you did to me! Ah! 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 I'm a coward. I'm a
Is he just gonna continue to sit there and mope? Kind of looks like it. Boy, do I hate being right all the time. So, you guys remember when I started this playthrough, I deduced the stranger's identity to be Baldur, because the way that I know how God of War reinterprets Greek mythology, that's how they would reinterpret Norse mythology as well. The guy that we fought was a god, and he couldn't feel any pain. There's only one person there's only one character from Norse mythology that would fit that bill, and it was one of the few myths that I knew, because I was curious why people kiss under the mistletoe. And I watched Supernatural, and they had that whole thing between Baldur and the Archangel Gabriel, who was going under the name of Loki at the time. Well, actually, no, he wasn't just going under the name of Loki, he surgically augmented his face to become Loki, because Loki was an actual character, and the two of them were hanging out. Anyways, the point is that I figured it out, that basically the whole idea is that in the myth, no weapon could bring him to any harm. So that's basically why Loki ends up using a piece of mistletoe, and it poisons him, and it kills him. It's technically not a weapon, so that's what could get through the defenses, the spell, I suppose. So I figured that a game as violent as God of War, what challenge could there possibly be for Kratos after he literally beat Zeus to death with his bare hands? Well, if Baldur can't be harmed by any weapons, why don't we make it to where Baldur literally can't feel any pain? So now, you've got a guy who you fight, but he never runs out of stamina because you can break his body, but you can't actually harm him. He'll just heal it up. Therefore, he'll never need to stop. He'll never need to rest. He'll never run out of stamina. But I also pose the fact that that would kind of be a curse, because I legitimately thought that the plot of this game would be that Baldur showed up at Kratos' door, recognizing who Kratos was, and thinking that Kratos could be the one who finally kills him. That Kratos would give him one last epic fight and finally be able to break the curse on him and finally allow him to die. So, because I knew that the way that this game would reinterpret it is that he can't feel anything. Not just pain, but he can't feel pleasure or anything. He can't even feel the cold here in Helheim. He can't feel the sun on his face or the spray of the sea, nor the warmth of a woman's touch. Food, wine, they do nothing for him. He can't feel anything. He exists in some kind of nexus state where everything in the world means absolutely nothing to him because he can't ever have any sort of sensation ever again. And I gotta admit that based on that scene, I kind of feel sorry for him. Heck, I give this game its props considering that it's doing a good job of making villains that we could actually identify with. Like Modi, for example. Modi sounded like he stood to inherit Mjolnir from Thor, but now that Magni is dead, it seems like he would only get it because Magni is dead, instead of him having earned it. And now what's even worse, now that Magni is dead, Thor blames him and basically beat the crap out of him. And now he's dead too. But the thing that basically kind of bothers me the most is that I was right. The game just confirmed it for me. Freya is Baldur's mom. Holy shit. If she has a son that looks like that, she is a lot older than I gave her credit for. Which is kind of a shame because, goddamn. I would basically throw it to her, no problem. And I think that's why and I was right. That is why she freaked out when Atreus had mistletoe arrows. You realize that basically if she hadn't taken those arrows away, Atreus would have killed him when he tried to rescue Kratos. When he was shooting Baldur, after Kratos told him to run, he shot Baldur in the shoulder a couple of times, and then he shot him through the mouth. That would have killed him if it were the mistletoe arrows. And that's why I'm keeping an eye on that kid's quiver buckle there. Because that's the last piece of mistletoe that they've got, and I'm certain we're not going to get more before the game is out. And now, I'm kind of pissed off, because this entire time, I have been really hardcore shipping Kratos with Freya. I know that the kid just lost his mom, and Kratos, you just lost your second wife, but that doesn't mean you have to be alone. But now, because we both know Baldur's going down. There's no way Baldur is going to pull a Zeus and survive until the next game. We're going to kill Baldur by the end of this, and then Freya is going to become our enemy. And I have done a great job of avoiding Ragnarok spoilers. I haven't even looked at most of the trailers for Ragnarok. So it's disappointing to know that, to see the future coming towards us. It's like when you walk in the sand and you leave your footprints behind you. It's like that, except I can see the footprints in front of me. The weirdest part is that didn't the lore basically say that Baldur's mom was Frigg? Because remember when I was basically telling you what I knew about the myth, I said it was Freya, but then I thought, okay, that must be wrong. Lore markers. The Gravedigger. Yep, Frigg. Hail Frigg, generous Frigg, who gave the world her brightest light, young Baldur, gleaming god, pride of the Aesir, Odin's son, and heir to Asgard. Long may she protect him. Long may she protect us. Hail Baldur the Golden. Hail Frigg, beloved of all. Hail Odin Allfather. I bet at some point we're going to find out that Frigg is actually some kind of alternate name for Freya. And that's so weird because Baldur, he's Odin's son too. Like they literally say, Odin's son. So, Baldur is the child that she had from an arranged marriage with her enemy. And yet she cared that much about him? Wow. I guess it really doesn't matter who plants the seed. What matters is the fruit that it bears. But I still can't believe that I had it right from the beginning. That Freya was his mom. I even said so. I thought that I had made a mistake, but apparently the game is trying to trick me. Dang it! Had I known that I could come this way, I would have. Any story worth telling is worth telling twice.
I would never stay out of sight. This. You had no right.
I had every right. I am your mother.
You had no right, witch. I can't taste. I can't smell. I can't even feel the temperature of this room. Feasting, drinking, women. It's all gone.
You'll never
gone.
Feel pain again. Death has no power over you now. You would rather die?
And never feel again? Yes. I would rather die. Yes. Take it away, Mom.
I can't.
Please. Please take it away.
It doesn't work like that. Trust me. In time, you will thank me. You will thank me.
Come on.
And Baldur is psyching himself up to kill her here.
Ruined my life.
Honey, we can figure this out. I promise. Trust me. I know how to.
He strangled her. Baldur, move your ass. You're blocking the view.
I can't fix it.
Do it! Do it! Come on!
Coward.
He calls him a coward because he couldn't do it. He couldn't kill his mama.
I never want to see you again. Never.
For all we know, that could be the day that she was banished. I didn't move.
What you did to me. What you did to me! Ah! Ah! I'm a coward. I'm a
That's why he calls himself a coward, because he couldn't do it. He wants to do it. He wanted so badly to do it, but he couldn't.
I'm a worthless coward.
I just don't get why his vision was white and Atreus's was black. Is it because Atreus actually killed somebody? Helheim.
Freya is his mother. Why did you keep this from us, Head?
Would you believe it slipped my mind?
I would not.
I'm at a loss. I assure you have no reason to keep such a thing a secret.
There's the boat. We will speak more of this soon.
A hell barge, of course. Dang it, I was kind of hoping that Kratos wasn't going to figure it out. I was hoping that they didn't recognize her. What? You can't tell me that video game characters haven't been that dense before. Heck, according to Emil, Luigi saw King Boo in the background of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon 3 times and still didn't recognize him. Are you not coming, boy? Alright. You don't like to see me grave robbing. Even when we're literally in the land of the dead. Solid. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm conflicted because I really don't want Freya to become our enemy. I hate the fact that I was able to predict where the game was going to go. And I don't know if I feel sorry for Baldur or not, because Give me that. Because if you guys didn't pick up on it from what I was talking about, how bad Baldur's... How bad...
Such case. I will have much to do after I kill.
Who is that?
We must hurry.
And unfortunately, that is where we have to cut it for today. Basically, that little monologue that I did about how bad Baldur's Affliction was, that was basically from Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. It's basically how Barbossa describes the curse, how literally for 10 years they've been starving to death, but they can't satiate their hunger, that they've been parched of thirst and unable to quench it. Baldur can't feel pain, therefore he can't feel hunger or thirst, but that also means that eating and drinking, they're pointless to him. The real problem really is when Barbossa basically says that all the pleasurable company in the world could not slake our lust. Effectively speaking, Baldur can't actually, well, be with a woman and get satisfaction. He could probably satisfy her, but it'll drive him mad with hopeless longing. Because he literally won't be able to feel it. I'm pretty sure that he can still feel the effects of, well, being aroused, because that's not technically pain. But can you imagine what that would do to a person? Just drive them so crazy. I have a feeling that by the time it's over, in his last moments, Baldur is going to thank Kratos, because he's finally going to be free. And that's going to make it hurt all the more when Freya finds out. Because the way that she's been treating Atreus, all motherly, and like the mother's promise that she gave that she would help Atreus, that's all from Baldur. She cares about him more than anything right now. And when she finds out that we, the ones who she's been helping, killed her son, it just seems like no matter what Kratos does, he always manages to turn his allies into enemies. Well, when we next continue, we're going to pick up where we left off, especially considering that Kratos is now starting to hear the voice of Zeus. You guys aren't going to want to miss that. I'll talk to you in the next one.